Dallas, but yes, I'm a Cowboy.
It's week 8 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Pats and the Dolphins, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi everyone, Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one, and losers their last time out. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Marcus Jones, a return man. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Defense after giving up back-to-back. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Jones. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. The fullback run. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. A great move by Montgomery. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Boy, did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. On now the rookie 4th-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal. From the left hand, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. after marching down the field, only getting 3 there. Kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll get about 6 up to the numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 68 yards.
Not an horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to H.A. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. On 2nd down, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Strong grabs it over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Patriots at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They'll look to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A.J. was one of the big backfield home run hitters in the 2023 draft. One of the fastest players in the class. Miami excitedly drawing up plays like that for him from the moment they set that pick in.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. H.A. now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A 47-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
New England's offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Stevenson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets it up past the 35.
No surprise to see Stevenson making that type of a play. People know him well. Unsurprised to see him over 1,000 yards this past season. He's a bruiser who was also 4th among backs with 69 catches. He can do it all in the New England offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's the second-year back, Pierre Strong. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Hard throw, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense.
As this one's away. Now Hill to return it. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And off to A-Chain to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Juwan Bentley was the one who found his way through and finished off that play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
But hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second down and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running. Because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a 2nd and 10. Again it's Stevenson. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. In motion right is Wilson. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Jones. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Patriots take over. Possession back to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson headed out with the offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
False start, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. Let's see if they can build on that stuff. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
Here's Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Jones. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Tua now on first down. They set up the screen to H.A. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Patriots
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
It's H8 on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff, Stevenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yards for 20.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Ball start, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13.
They run once more with Stevenson. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stevenson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown, New England.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. And just shedding him off there. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
2 and now on 1st down. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
A-Chain. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A-Chain once more. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jones now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that
breaks the season continues here. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a run with Stevenson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, a run was strong. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
He'll hit Mostert again here.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like